Good afternoon. It is July 14th, 2021, and this is what we're looking at for today. It looks like mostly a range day. Prices were trending in the overnight, and I guess I had my overnight highs here, but I guess you would probably want to put them right here. And this right here was just an important price level from yesterday that I figured while we were trending, especially right in here, I figured that they would try and test that price level. So made this strong move up. Not sure if the blue channel is the valid one, or if I should follow this yellow channel in terms of price action, because after the break of the yellow channel we get one leg, two legs up to a new high before it starts reversing. Whereas if you're looking at the blue channel, you don't really get two legs up. So not too sure how to look at that, but prices started trading down and correcting all the way down here, and same thing, we get a break. So really it's just a range day today. You just gotta play the short-term trades, short-term channels. So let's take a look. So like I said, if you look at this, I'm pretty sure this blue channel is valid, but if you look at the yellow channel, once we get a break of that here, that's when we get one leg, two legs up to a new high before the reversal. Whereas if we look at the blue channel, we get an overshoot and then two legs up, and then we get this sideways action. So I'm not sure how to look at it. I'm going to definitely be checking out Mack's chart today. But this could be, let's drag this down. This could be something like that. And then just move this up a little. That looks pretty accurate too. But anyway, 5 o'clock comes right in here, and there's just no way to enter this. Here, let me make this bigger. I don't think you can look at this as that's like a first, second, failed third entry short. So I don't think you can go, and look how far it is from the EMA. You can't enter here, but that creates a nice move up. Then we get a first entry, failed second entry short right here. It also looks like, it looks like a second entry, even though this is like a double top, so the count should reset. I like that it was bouncing off the midline of the blue channel, so that's why I marked that. It was going into the highs though, so it's aggressive, very aggressive. Then you get a first entry, failed second entry short here. At this point, it was hard to say if this was good to take or not, because we go and we overshoot the blue channel. Here, let me get rid of some of this stuff. It's pretty busy right here. You can see there's a flatter red channel working too. That's what I was looking at. I drew it off these lows, and it bounces off there and the midline of the blue channel. But we hit the target that I spoke of earlier. This price level from yesterday. I must have accidentally moved it. It's about right there. And so there could be a reversal, there could not be. But after the overshoot and we hit that price target, it's just going along was a little bit it just didn't seem right to me. So that's why I didn't go long there. We make a double top here and we just start reversing. And I don't think you can go short right here. This is just the first entry. And it's we're not sure if, you might get trapped. First entry gives you a nice bull bar setup to go long above here. We don't know. So we get this channel working down. And you get this second entry, but the signal bar is no good. I was sitting there being eager, and I went short below that. And look, I think it actually would have worked eventually, but that's not good. That's not a setup you want to take. The signal bar is very bullish. So that turns out to be very congestive. But then I had my range drawn here, and I'm going to keep this drawn for this next setup. I had a range drawn like this. So when we get this massive bearish bar right here, and then you get this fairly bullish bar, I'm looking at that as that's going to be a failed breakout. So I went long there. That is definitely an aggressive entry though. But then if you're patient and you don't want to take that, you do get a second entry short setup right here. And I do like that because if you draw the channel off of these lows and move it to this high, it works out. And that's confirmation of the trend channel. And you do get a move down from that. But I would say it's a little aggressive because I was playing this range, and that range did look to be valid. And we broke up into that range. But anyway, that kind of fades out. And you get a first entry, second entry short. This is aggressive because we just had a break of this channel, and we don't know if this thing's going to make another leg up. So that's aggressive, but I don't blame anyone for taking that because it does look like a good setup. Again, first, second entry short. Come down here, first entry, failed second entry long, but I don't think that's a good setup. It's kind of a ways from the EMA. If you took it, and it doesn't tick higher. If it ticked higher, maybe you would go short here, but that looks congestive. Here we get a first entry, second entry short. I just don't think, that is that's pretty close to this price level. So I'm not sure if you can go short here. Maybe I'll mark this as aggressive. But it is a second entry short, and the bias is down, and that's at an important price level. Yeah, and that's a lower high, but that's a very important level of resistance right there. So I think that's pretty good. It's far from the EMA. I think that's an okay trade. Then we continue moving down. I drew off these lows, drag it, put it on this high. The midline works out, and we get a first, second entry short. I love that it ticks higher. It's below the EMA. We just had this nice move down. So I like that. And that looks like it'd probably be the trade of the day, getting you about from 71 to about a 7-point move. This looks like it'd probably be a second entry short if you're watching it live, but this is far from the EMA. I'm not going to take that. And I'm not going to take anything in here because we got a trend working, and this is far from the EMA, and it's close to the bottom of the channel, so I'm not going to take anything there. Then we get a spike up and a break. Is this near the overnight highs or lows? I forget. Lows, overnight lows. We didn't quite make it down there. We get a spike in channel. And here we get a first entry, second entry short. I marked this as blue, but I think I have to change it to green because it's far from the EMA. And really, we should expect another leg down or an attempt at a new low. Try and think. Yeah, because this looks like a big, strong move. I mean, let's see, maybe. No, I don't think that's. I don't think that's the channel. Trying to think of why we didn't really make two legs down or an attempt at a new low after the break of this channel. It could just be because just because of range day, maybe. I don't know. Not sure. But I do see that as an entry. It's confirming this channel, so I do like that. You get a first entry, second entry. I don't like that signal bar near the top of the range. We just had an overshoot. Get some congestion, leads to a break. Here I was looking at this as a third entry short, or a failed third entry long, excuse me. First entry, second entry, third entry. Looks like a great entry. It's off the trend line, but I don't know if you can take that. Maybe I should mark that as aggressive. Then we get some congestion here, leads to a break, and I believe this is to be a channel. This is congested right here. It's hard to say. Hard to say that you could take this long, but it does look like a trap. So get a spike up, and it looks like a first entry. I don't know. I wasn't watching this live, but it kind of looks like a second entry long off the EMA. The EMA is pointing up. So definitely an aggressive move though, because this could be congestion. First entry, second entry right here wouldn't have triggered until up here and you would have gotten a scalp, but no way you would have kept your order in after all this congestion. I don't think you can enter here. First entry, second entry, that's a third entry. 5 ticks, I don't know. I don't think you can enter that, but that might be something. Look, that's like a, at that point, yeah, it looks like a breakout pullback too. So you might look at it that way. I'll at least draw a box here. Something to think about. Then we get a break of that, and it looks like prices start to trend down. After this big leg down, first entry, failed second entry long, off the EMA. Looks like it'd be within this range. So I don't know. This is tough. We'll see if Mack marks this. We got some congestion, as you can see, and this looks like it might have set up as a second entry short. If you're watching it live, I wasn't watching it live, but it's also off the trend channel that you could have had drawn here if you drew it off the lows and drug it up to the highs, which was kind of a theme all day. Maybe it was like a repeat pattern. Unfortunately here I don't see how you could enter this, especially since at that point it looks like this is an important level of resistance, and that's just a little bit, that's like going into the midline of that range. And then prices have just been very congested since then. So with that being said, I want to take a look at my trades. And there were definitely, I think I took like 2 trades where I was just way too eager, and the rest of them were trades that I was okay with. Okay, so yeah. Okay. Alright, we'll look at this first. I did like this trade because it looks like a second entry short. And like I said, you got the feeling that they were trying to retest this important price level, and when they didn't make it here, they probably trapped a lot of shorts. So I liked going long there. Then what did I do? Oh, I think I went long here. Yeah, I went long here. Oh man. I truly have no idea why I would enter there. Did I look at this as a first entry, second entry? Okay, I entered on this as a trap, right, because I think it might have broke lower first, then higher, and then closed on its low maybe? And I treated it like a second entry long off the EMA, but clearly this is just way too eager. And now here, I entered short on this. And this is clearly too eager too, so I just exited at break even. Oh, okay, no. Okay, what happened here? Hold on. Oh, okay, yeah, I went on a failed second entry long here below this bar. But that's just too eager. Let me get rid of this. Yeah, it's off the trend line, but look at that bullish signal bar. And yeah, it would have eventually worked out, but you just can't be taking signal bars like that because it leads to congestion. But it would have worked out, but that's not the point, really. And this one, I was okay with this. This was a breakout of congestion. The bias had been up all day. So it's aggressive, but I'm okay with it. Yeah, I hit a couple of my targets on that. Oh, okay, and I went short on this second entry short. Okay, cool. So yeah, I like that trade too because it is off the trend line. So those are the trades I took today. So thanks for watching. I'll be back tomorrow. I hope everyone had a good day today and yesterday. I had a safe trip home, so I look forward to making videos for the rest of the week. See you tomorrow.